Hello everybody, welcome to another update video for release 18 of the Pathfinder 2nd edition Ruleset. In this update I'm going to cover spell actions and what's new and how to actually use them in this update. So previously what would happen when you added a spell to a character sheet, the system would attempt to parse out the various actions, the cast action, attack, damage, heal, effect actions out of the text of the actual description of the spell and create those actions automatically. Now, unfortunately, more often than not, that wasn't very accurate for a number of reasons, one of them being that Paizo don't use a repeatable sets of phrases to describe the powers of the various spells, so the system had to be programmed to try and guess, really, based off a few keywords. Sometimes this worked, sometimes it was close, sometimes it just didn't work at all. So in Release 18, what we've done is made it easier to add those actual automation pieces before those action pieces, before spells added to a character class, and these will be added in the DLC products. It's going to take us a while to do all of them. There's a lot to do across all the various products, but they will be slowly added, and there is the ability for people to add them now if they really need to do that ahead of time. So in this release now, we have these action sections at the bottom of a spell. When you can add some of these in, you can remove them, you can edit them as needed. This is a read-only spell, so I can't really edit these, but these have all of the actions and effects that are related to this spell. So when this spell is added to the character sheet, it's just going to use these. It's not going to try and parse out and auto-select those. I've created these for the Core Rules DLC based off Shade Raven's excellent drag and drop module that he created for the community. I've used that data with Shade Raven's permission. Some of it hasn't come across fully. Some of it didn't have all the details and didn't have all the possibilities that are now available within Release 18. So we'll have to go through and check and update some of that data. And then we'll expand this out across to the other products as well. So just to compare this with an old version of Color Spray, there wouldn't be any actions or effects in that. And when this is dragged to a character, so we've got a wizard here, the system's going to attempt to parse out those actions and effects based off the text within this description and results here. So it's a will DC 17, so that's correct. Yes, it is a will saving throw. It's got dazzled for 1 round, so it's managed to get the success out. It's got stunned 1, it's got that out from the failure. Blinded for 1 round, no, it hasn't got blinded for 1 round. Dazzled for 1 minute, no, that's not there. And then stunned for 1 round and blinded for 1 minute. Stunned for 1 round and blinded for 1 minute. So these have all been extracted out, except really the blinded for 1 round and dazzled for 1 minute. So it's made a fair attempt at getting these out for what is actually quite a complex spell, especially a spell to actually process these, 3 different success, failure, critical failure categories. Even if it got this right, this is going to be difficult to actually, process this. And if a player or an NPC applies this to a few different creatures, it's a 15-foot cone, so it could target a few creatures, and you're going to have success failures, critical failures. Which ones do I have to apply? It will probably take you a couple of minutes to get this right. So the additional thing we've got now in Release 18 is an ability to track the result state of a actual saving throw. And we say, okay, this one, so this is the dazzled for 1 round, this applies to a success. And stunned would apply to a failure, so we can actually go to apply to a failure, and you can set these up manually yourself if everything wasn't created for you correctly to start off. So what we do have is this color spray that comes with the Pathfinder core rules. If we add that to the character sheet, it's just going to come in and it's going to have all of those correctly created for us, and if we open those, it has the correct result state applied to them. So this should be ready to go as and when we actually need it. So I'm just going to delete that old example that I used there. So how does this result state actually get implemented. So the system now has a way of tracking the result from a saving throw. So when a saving throw action is triggered against a number of targets, the system is going to record the results of that saving throw within an internal database. It's going to record that using the NPC or PC record in the combat tracker, so it's going to be related to a unique actor in the combat tracker. It's then going to use the name of the spell or the ability, so in this case it will be color spray, and it's then going to use the targets within the combat tracker to give basically a three-step way of getting down to the actual final save result. So that's all going to be stored in the system when this saving throw is actually sent. And then if you want to actually apply all of these automated effects, you'd use this new button here, which is kind of like a star for apply all effects. So what it's going to do, the steps are, you're going to target the people who are going to be targeted by the spell. You're going to click the save button. Then once all the saves are rolled, you're going to click this apply all effects button, and that's going to do everything for you. So I'll show you that as an example now. So we have Wizzy. It's Wizzy's turn here. He's going to target, I don't have a map up here, but just say all of these 4 creatures were actually within that 15-foot cone. I'm going to target them all, and then I just click the save button there. So this comes up, and it's going to tell you, the various saving throws for all of those different characters. The Hobgoblin got a success, the Goblin Warrior got a critical failure, the Skeletal got success, and the Kobold Dragon Mage got a failure. So this is going to be recorded in the internal database. It's going to be recorded essentially as Wizzy, Color Spray, and then Skeletal Hulk. Goblin success, Goblin Warrior critical failure. So all of that's stored in the system at that point. If we missed one of the characters here, we didn't target them correctly, or somebody wants to re-roll, saving throw, maybe they're going to use a hero point, then just adjust your targeting. Say if the Goblin Warrior needs to re-roll again, then I'll just get rid of the targeting for the others, and I'd click that button again. So here the Goblin Warrior currently had a critical failure. Actually, I'll use one that has a success, the Skeletal Hulk, so that we keep a critical failure in the system there. So the Skeletal Hulk is going to re-roll their save, and they got a success. I'm just going to do that. Let's give them a +20. Let's get a critical success there, so that we've got all of everything across the board. We've got a success, a failure, a critical failure, and a critical success. So once you've got all of the saves rolled as you actually want them to be, make sure that you retarget everybody so that you actually have everybody targeted. Because when you click this apply all effects, it's only going to look at the targets that are actually selected at this point in time. So make sure you get all the saves done first. You can click the saves as many times as you like until you have all of the saves. Then just target the creatures who are actually going to be affected by this apply all effects. Because the system's going to be looking at, Wizzy, Color Spray, everybody who's targeted. It's going to look at their actual results. And then if we press that, it's going to go through here, and it's going to add Stunned to Goblin Warrior. Blinded to Goblin Warrior, because they were originally a critical failure. So we've got those stunned and blinded to the Goblin Warrior. The Hobgoblin Soldier is dazzled because it just got a success. We don't see the Skeletal Hulk on here at all because they got a critical success. And the Kobold Dragon Mage just failed, so it has this stunned and blinded for 1 round and dazzled for 1 minute. And we can check that in the system here. We have the various different effects have actually been applied to the system here. So that's really, if you target everybody, just make sure everybody's got all of their effects on board, and and then click the save button. it's going to roll all the saves, store all of the results, and then you just click apply all results, and it's just going to apply them automatically. So something that previously color spray might have taken you 2 minutes to work out to get right, you can literally get it in 10 seconds with a couple of clicks of the button. And what happens when you click that apply all effects button, it also clears out any previous save results to do with this character and that spell, that action. So if I click that again, it's not going to apply anything because there's we've got 4 people targeted, but there's no save results actually stored in the system. We'd have to trigger another save to get those save results stored in the system. So if ever you made a mistake and you wanted to clear something out, your best bet is to clear out all your targets, hit that apply all effects button. That's going to just clear out every single save result for this character and for this spell or this ability, and then go through again. Trigger the saves. So let's do the do the targeting, trigger the saves, and then apply all of the effects. So that's all hopefully pretty straightforward there. If you have a 2-step system that applies, has a basic saving throw plus could apply effects based off the result of that saving throw, do save, do damage, and then do effects, and it's all going to work pretty straightforward for you there. Thanks for watching.